and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I'm so happy you're here. My name is Hannah, and on this channel I post a lot of anti-MLM content. I have lots of videos on this topic. All of them will be linked right here in a big playlist for you. And if you find that this content is really interesting to you, I would love it if you would consider subscribing, sticking around, liking this video. All those things really help to support my channel, and I appreciate you so much for doing that. Today, Today, I need to take a deep breath. I kind of have a pit in my stomach at the thought of filming this video right now. What I have for you today is something so different than any other video I've ever done before. I have never tried MLM products on my channel, but there is a first for everything. So when I had a viewer send me a box full of Optavia products to my PO box, I thought this would be a great opportunity to taste test some of them on camera and to have a productive discussion about it. Here is the box full of Optavia Fuelings, as they're called, that we're going to be trying out today. And in the box, she included a note that says, among other things, I have a lot of family and friends in MLMs, but I recently had a friend quit Optavia and they gave me some of their leftover Fuelings to try. I got my husband hooked on your videos and we watched them while working out. We had a fun time trying them and laughing at the size of these meals. So she graciously packaged all of this up, sent it to my PO box. I had no idea this was coming. I just saw in my email that I had something delivered. I went and picked it up and I couldn't believe it when I opened the box. So remember, these Fuelings are coming from somebody who quit Optavia, which is a very good thing. In other words, no money was spent supporting an MLM for the purposes of creating this video. These are products that likely would have found their way into the trash eventually, I'm guessing. I also want to say this up front that I have a feeling the algorithm is probably going to push this video out to people who are not familiar with my channel. And this might be your first time here, and that's great. Welcome. So just really quickly, I want to explain that what I do on this channel is I create anti-MLM content, meaning that I provide a lot of information and resources regarding the pitfalls of the multi-level marketing business model, and I advocate as to why you should not get yourself involved in these companies, both as a customer or as a distributor. We have a community of over 65,000 people here. That is mind-boggling to me, and that number is growing every single day. And what we really try to do here is provide factual information and try and educate first and foremost, but also provide that information in a way that is fun and entertaining. And I think this video is going to have a great balance of both of those things. It is so different to what I usually do, so I hope that you give it a chance and I hope you enjoy. I do have a few disclaimers before we get into the video, because I put a poll on my Instagram story a few weeks ago. I showed this box and I said, hey, would you be interested in watching a video in which I taste test these things? 90% of people voted yes, but there were some people who messaged me with some concerns, so I want to address those. Number one, people were concerned that I'm going to be trying these products pregnant. Totally understand that concern. I would never do anything to put myself or my baby at risk, but rest assured, I checked through all the ingredients. There's nothing in here that's quote unquote bad for pregnancy or bad for the baby. And I'm not following the Optavia program strictly to a T to lose weight or anything like that. That would be really bad for pregnancy, as we'll talk about later. What I'm going to be doing in this video is I'm going to be preparing the food, taking 1 or 2 bites of each, and I'm going right back to my normal eating habits afterwards, okay? Everything's going to be okay, I promise. Secondly, people also expressed concern that by me showcasing these products on my channel, I'm giving them some kind of legitimacy. And on the off chance that I do like the way some of these taste and I verbalize that they would sort of be giving like my stamp of approval or something. Here's the deal. I am 100% anti-MLM. I take huge issue with how these business models are designed. I think it's problematic. I think it's predatory, and I will never, ever, under any circumstance advise that you join these companies or that you try these products for yourself. But on the same note, if I try something today and I like the way it tastes, I'm gonna tell you that. I vow to always be truthful. I am not here to lie on my channel for content. And I don't have a problem telling you if I like these products or not, because at the end of the day, that doesn't change my stance towards MLMs. I could not care less how fantastic these products are, because the primary issue with MLMs isn't with the products. The main issue is with the business model in which these products are sold. It's a very problematic business structure in which a small percentage of people in the company are making decent money at the expense of preying on people's vulnerabilities to get them in, to recruit them, and to build the biggest downline possible for their own financial gain. That fact does not change, no matter how good the products are. And for that that reason, I will still never advise that you buy MLM products, because in doing that, you are enabling and supporting a business model that damages people's health, finances, and relationships. I just wanted to say that up front to make that abundantly clear. No matter how I end up feeling about the Optavia Fuelings today, that does not change my stance towards the company, and I will still never endorse it as something you should spend your money on. Third and final disclaimer is that this video is going to be heavy on topics such as weight loss, calorie counting, restrictive eating habits, and disordered eating. If any of these topics are triggering to you, please click off this video and sit this one out. We'll catch you in the next one. Okay, that's all the disclaimers, all the intro stuff. Let's get into this. Let me fill you in on what Optavia is, if you're not familiar with this company or with its products. I do have an entire Optavia deep dive on my channel. This gets into the nitty-gritty pieces of every single aspect of the company. If you want to know more, I'll link that below for you, but here's the basics. Optavia, which by the way is pronounced Optavia, not Optavia, like a lot of their own reps seem to pronounce it. According to the company's own videos, their own promotional material, their own website, all these things, they pronounce it Optavia. So that's how I'm going to pronounce it. I've gotten some questions about that in the past, but this is an MLM company that sells weight loss products to go along with their weight loss programs. Their products are called Fuelings, as I've mentioned already, and depending on which program you choose, you are allotted a certain number of Fuelings, aka Optavia prepackaged foods per day, and a certain number of lean and green meals, aka the vegetables and the protein and fat that you prepare yourself in a home-cooked meal. So for example, the 5-in-1 program means that you are eating 5 Optavia Fuelings and 1 real meal per day. The 4-2-1 program means you're eating 4 Optavia Fuelings, 4 Optavia snacks, and 1 real meal per day. And the 3-in-3 plan means that you're eating 3 Fuelings and 3 meals a day. Everything I have in this box is considered a fueling. I don't have any of the Optavia snacks in this box, but according to their website, these are either packets of crisps or popcorn. But here's what I do have in terms of fuelings. We have coffee soft serve mix, tropical fruit smoothie mix, red bean and vegetable chili. Yum, can't wait to try that one. Zesty cheddar and Italian herb crunchers, chewy chocolate chip cookie mix, sour cream and chive mashed potatoes, roasted garlic mashed potatoes, and mocha shake mix. So how many is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different things I'm going to be taste testing today. So let's say I'm doing the Optavia 5-in-1 program. This means that I can pick 5 of these fuelings per day, and then I get to cook myself 1 lean and green meal, presumably in the evening for dinner. Here is what that looks like. Here is what 5 fuelings looks like in your hands. This does not feel right to me. What I'm holding in my hands is 5 servings of powder that I mix with water and then I eat. This doesn't feel like wholesome real food to me, because it's not. And look, I'm not a perfect eater by any means. I eat plenty of prepackaged processed foods in my daily life, but it's something about holding all of this in your hand and being like, here's my meals for the day, plus a chicken breast and some broccoli later, that feels incredibly restrictive to me. This does not feel substantial. This does not feel like it's going to fill me up appropriately. All of these things together total 530 calories. None of the Optavia Fuelings they offer are more than 110 calories each. And then if you follow the leans and greens guidelines, which I will link below if you want to look at them in detail, depending on the combination of proteins, fats, and vegetables you choose, you're probably going to be getting somewhere in the ballpark of 300 to 400 calories from that one meal. So for a daily total on this 5-in-1 program, we're looking at like 900 to 1,000 calories maybe, and over half of those calories are coming from prepackaged powders. I don't feel good about this. This doesn't sit well with me. And 900 to 1,000 calories per day doesn't feel like nearly enough for a grown adult to be able to function and thrive off of, but we will talk about that way more in depth later. For now, the moment you've been waiting for, let's get to taste testing. Some of these things are served cold and they need to be blended. Some of them are served hot and they need to be warmed up. Let's start with the cold things first. I'm gonna take you on a little field trip to my kitchen. We're gonna prepare these things and then we'll meet back here for the taste test. First off, we have the mocha shake mix. Pour 1 cup of water into a blender or a blender bottle. Add contents of 1 packet and ice if desired. Shake or blend for 30 seconds. Pour yourself a glass and enjoy. The next thing we're going to try is the coffee soft serve mix. Start by pouring a half a cup of ice into your blender. Blend for 30 seconds or until the ice is fully crushed. Tap the the ice from the sides of the blender, add a 1/4 cup of water and the contents of 1 packet into blender. Blend for 30 seconds and enjoy. And finally, for our cold fuelings, we have the tropical fruit smoothie. Pour a 1/2 cup of ice into your blender, blend for 30 seconds or until the ice is fully crushed. Tap the ice from the blender sides, add a 1/2 cup of cold water and empty 1 packet into blender. Blend for 30 seconds and enjoy. Okay, I am back with all of the cold things. For each of these, what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna read the product description from the website to tell you kind of what this is supposed to taste like. And I'll also tell you the nutrition facts that are listed right here, not the full list, but the calories, the protein, and the fat. I will link the web pages to all these products below if you wanna see the complete list of nutrition facts and ingredients. And as I go, I thought it would be fun to kind of rate these or categorize them into my 3 very official categories of disgusting, I don't hate it, or I would willingly eat this. But here we go. Up first is our mocha shake mix. The first thing I'm noticing right now is that it's clearly separating, and the other thing is that it's fizzing. I don't know if you can hear this. I don't know if the mic is picking that up or not. It only took me 15 minutes to prepare these. This is the first one I did, been 15 minutes max. I'm gonna stir it up a little bit to get it all reincorporated. All right, the mocha shake. This irresistible combination of cocoa and coffee flavor cools you down and revs you up for every challenge and adventure that awaits. Packed with vitamins and minerals, it is a complete meal, cleverly disguised as a totally decadent treat. This has 100 calories, 14 grams of protein, and 1 gram of fat, and here we go. Oh. I won't lie to you, it smelled good. When I was making it, the powder smelled good. Very chalky, it's getting caught in my throat. I don't taste much mocha flavor. It does taste like chocolate, but it tastes more like cardboard than anything. Don't love that, really don't love that. I'm gonna give the mocha shake a rating of disgusting. Next up is the coffee soft serve. This is definitely a thicker consistency. This is not really a shake. So I brought a spoon. I'm sure you could drink it with a straw too. The description for this says, enjoy each spoonful of this coffee soft serve that's got the right kick of flavor for your day. This bold flavor of coffee blended to smooth frozen perfection is just what you need to step up your day. Enjoy it any time of the year for a cool dessert treat. Okay, so clearly advertised as like an ice cream type thing. This has 110 calories, 11 grams of protein, and 2.5 grams of fat. Zeke, you're being crazy today. Just smelling it, it smells like protein powder. I wonder if this is made with whey protein. That's what it smells like. Yes, this is made with whey protein powder. Okay, so very thick, like ice cream. Okay, right off the bat, I don't hate it. I do hate whey protein powder though, so this tastes like whey protein. So for that reason, I'm kind of biased. I don't like the way it tastes. But if you do like whey protein powder, this would probably be manageable for you. I'm not getting coffee flavor whatsoever. You could honestly tell me this is vanilla and I would believe you. The texture is just like a really thick protein shake, which is not my vibe. It might be yours, but it kind of makes me want to gag. I'll put it in the I don't hate it category because I think if you do like whey protein shakes, this would probably be fine for you. It's not chalky. It is pretty smooth. The coffee flavor is non-existent. And as far as being considered a soft serve ice cream alternative, this is a hard no for me. Doesn't taste like ice cream in the slightest. It tastes like protein powder. Who knows what flavor? And finally, for the cold things, we have the tropical fruit smoothie mix. It just occurred to me that I chose these straws because I think they're cute and aesthetic, but they aren't see-through. I promise you I actually am taking sips of these things. I guess you're just gonna have to trust me on that because I can't be bothered to go get a clear straw right now. This says, enjoy the refreshing warmth of tropical ocean breeze anywhere you go with this tropical fruit smoothie. Filled with the fun, sun-drenched flavors of orange, banana, and real mango, this smoothie is full of fiber, high in protein, and fat-free. It's the perfect way to take your taste buds on a tropical getaway whenever the mood strikes. Okay. It definitely does smell fruity. It smells pretty good. If I had to guess, it smells like pineapple more than any of those other flavors, but okay. This has 100 calories, 12 grams of protein, and 0 grams of fat. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. It is really fruity. Definitely has those tropical flavors. Not super chalky, pretty smooth. Out of these 3 options, this would be the one that I would choose. It also doesn't have that like horrible protein powder flavor to it either. It's not my favorite. Like I don't think I would crave this or be like, ooh, this smoothie sounds so good right now. But I don't hate it. If I had to drink it, I think I would be okay. So recapping the cold things, the mocha shake, disgusting. 0 out of 10 recommend. The coffee soft serve, I don't personally like it, but I think that other people would think that it was fine. And then the tropical fruit smoothie, also okay. So far, nothing is like fantastic. Nothing is crave worthy. Nothing is something that I would voluntarily eat. But I suppose there's still hope because we still have the hot foods to try. So let's head back to the kitchen and make those. First, for our hot fuelings, we have the chewy chocolate chip cookie mix. Add 2 tablespoons of cold water into the provided tray. The person who sent me these fuelings sent me some of these trays, which I'm so grateful for. Add contents of 1 packet and stir well. Cookie dough will be thick and sticky. Spread dough evenly in tray. Microwave for 1 minute or bake at 375 for 10 to 12. I do want to give this a fighting chance, and I have a feeling that baking it will turn out better than microwaving it, so that's what we're going to do. Let stand for 3 to 5 minutes to cool and set, then enjoy. Next up is red bean and vegetable chili. Add 3/4 of a cup of cold water into a deep microwave safe bowl. Add contents of 1 packet and stir well. Microwave for 4 minutes. That seems like a long time, but okay. Stir and let stand for 1 minute. Then microwave for an additional 3 minutes. Stir and allow to cool for 3 to 5 minutes and enjoy. Then there's the sour cream and chive mashed potatoes. Mix the contents of 1 packet with a 1/2 cup of cold water in a deep microwave safe bowl. Stir well. Microwave on high for 1 minute. Stir well and microwave for an additional 1 minute. Remove from the microwave, stir well, wait 2 to 3 minutes for the potatoes to thicken. And finally, the roasted garlic mashed potatoes. Same instructions here. Mix the contents of 1 packet with a 1/2 cup of cold water in a deep microwave safe bowl and stir. Microwave on high for a minute. Stir it. Microwave it for an additional minute. Remove it from the microwave, stir well, wait 2 to 3 minutes for the potatoes to thicken, and enjoy. Okay. We're back. My kitchen smells very interesting right now, and I don't know if it's in a good way. For the record, since I took a sip of that tropical fruit smoothie, I have been burping it up. Tastes 10 times worse coming up than it did going down. Let's just get this over with. I'm a little bit terrified. I'm gonna start with a thing that I think has the most promise, and that is the chocolate chip cookie. Here's what it looks like up close. I did bake it in the oven instead of microwaving it. I'm hoping that gave it a little bit more of a chance. It doesn't look all that terrible, but it does have that protein powder scent to it. The website says, add a sweet touch to your day with this chewy chocolate chip cookie. Okay, chewy, interesting. We'll see about that. That's just what you need to make your day count. This delightfully chewy treat will be an instant favorite. Soft, perfectly satisfying, and delicious. It'll melt in your mouth every time. I feel like those are some extremely bold claims. This has 110 calories, 11 grams of protein, and 2 grams of fat. Okay, it is soft. That's what a bite looks like up close. It's definitely not like super crunchy or anything. It is soft. Okay. Definitely tastes like protein powder, 100%. To me, this kind of feels like what a protein shake would taste like if you just cooked it instead of blended it. But the chocolate chips are a nice touch. The aftertaste is not great. It's not like that sweet baked good flavor that you want. It definitely tastes artificial. Definitely tastes like it has artificial sweeteners in it. It's like when you drink a coffee with Splenda or something, it just kind of lingers. But honestly, the texture is pretty good. It absolutely does not replace a chocolate chip cookie. This is not going to satisfy you in that same way. It's not sweet. It's not buttery. I suppose it could be a good alternative if you're trying to do something really low sugar and you're not expecting it to be a cookie. If you're not expecting it to taste like a chocolate chip cookie, I would say that this is decent. I'm going to put this in the I don't hate it category. Moving on to the red bean and vegetable chili. Look at this, you guys. Let me preface this by saying I cooked it exactly to package directions. Granted, there is a little warning on there that says that your microwave might be different. Mine is 100% different because look at how this turned out. It's not liquidy at all. It is completely crumbly, completely overcooked. It's pasted onto the sides of the bowl. I can kind of form it into a ball if I wanted to. Here we go. Are you ready? This is the amount of chili that you're gonna get with an Optavia fueling. There it is, everybody, on 1 spoonful. This is disgusting to me. This is so unappetizing. Look at that. Are we at Dairy Queen? Are we flipping a Blizzard upside down to see how it doesn't fall? I'm so grossed out by this, but I will try it. I do take responsibility for the fact that I absolutely overcooked it, but I did cook it exactly the way it told me to. So if I was an Optavia customer and I just followed the directions and this is my first time making this, I would say that this is a completely wasted fueling. I would have to remake it. I'd have to open up a new packet and adjust the cooking times for my microwave. The website says, enjoy the flavors of a cool winter day any time of the year with the red bean and vegetable chili that will kick your day into gear. Flavorful carrots and peppers mix perfectly with the bold spices in this hearty chili. Warm and tasty, it's perfect for any day you're seeking comfort. Nothing about this looks comforting to me. I did not even know that there were peppers and carrots in here. You couldn't see them in the powder. You could see the dried beans. There does seem to be red kidney beans in here, but you could not find any vegetables that I could see. I guess I'll just try this bite that is crusted to my spoon. Let's see, this claims to have 110 calories, 12 grams of protein, and 1 gram of fat. Here goes nothing. Oh my God. You guys, it's horrible. I scraped off this little bit right here. I don't think I can finish the rest of that spoonful. That is horrendous. Despite being cooked in the microwave for like 7 minutes or whatever it was, it still tastes crunchy in some bits. So even though it looks like I overcooked the crap out of it, it's still not cooked all the way through. I'm just really sad that I had to eat that. Oh, this is horrible. You guys, disgusting. 100% hands down, disgusting. Okay, we're moving on to the mashed potatoes. First, we have the sour cream and chive flavor. I do admit they looked so unappetizing when you're mixing them up, but they did form up pretty well. I don't feel that these are overcooked. This definitely strikes me as a classic like mashed potato texture. The website says, taste the hearty flavors of sour cream and chive mashed potatoes and enjoy the day ahead. Smooth, real sour cream and the delicate earthy flavor of chives fill these mashed potatoes with incredible flavor. Okay, it definitely does smell like sour cream. It definitely does smell like chives. One serving of these has 100 calories, 11 grams of protein, and a half a gram of fat. Okay. Right off the bat, I don't hate it. One thing that's very interesting is that it does taste like sour cream and chive, but it does not taste like mashed potatoes. It doesn't taste like this is a potato product. I wonder if it is. Let me look this up. Yeah, it is. The first ingredient is potato flakes, and I know that they sell instant mashed potatoes in the grocery store too. I would imagine that this is kind of a similar thing to that. I'm also seeing here that it does have whey protein in it. So this kind of tastes like if you took a protein shake and you added potatoes to it. The texture does help it feel a little bit more like mashed potatoes, but the flavor's not like mashed potatoes really. I'll put this in the I don't hate it category because it's not flat out disgusting. It's not satisfying like mashed potatoes would be. And also I want to make it clear the serving size here. Like this is all you get. I took like half a spoonful worth. Hi Zeke, are you interested in the mashed potatoes? I would say that this bowl is like maybe a third of the way full. And same with this chili too. Like that is not a serving. That's like nothingness. That's not going to satisfy anybody. I'm sorry. And finally, we have another variation of mashed potatoes. This is the roasted garlic version. So the same notes still apply here. They look like mashed potatoes. The texture is like mashed potatoes. Definitely smells like garlic. What do you think, Zeke? Does it smell like garlic? What's this smell like to you? What's it smell like? He's like, absolutely not. For this, the website says the sweet, spicy flavor of garlic and creamy texture ignites your palate, making these mashed potatoes a unique and delightful experience. Delightful experience, we'll see. These have 100 calories, 11 grams of protein, and 1 gram of fat. Here goes nothing. Okay, again, the same notes kind of apply to this as it did for the sour cream kind. Doesn't taste like potatoes to me. And in this one, I'm kind of noticing now, like I really took a minute to notice the texture. Very gritty. Neither of these were super smooth going down. It feels like there's these little tiny sand particles or something that just don't get mixed in quite right. I don't know if that's typical for instant mashed potatoes. I don't think I've ever tried them actually. So maybe that's just kind of the way it goes when you put powdered potatoes and mix it with water and cook it in a microwave, but the flavor is okay. It does taste like roasted garlic, doesn't really taste like potatoes. I'll put this in the I don't hate it category. And finally, the one thing we have left are the crunchers. These don't require any kind of prep or anything, so let's bust these open and see what these taste like. Here's what they look like up close. They almost kind of look like an off-brand Cheeto or something. The description says, the zest you desire is only a crunch away. Zesty cheddar and Italian herb crunchers are the perfect pick-me-up. Satisfy your craving by crunching into these cheesy herb-baked goodness while dreaming of beautiful scenes of Italy. What the hell? Okay, let's dream of beautiful scenes in Italy while eating these crunchers from Optavia. The bag is pretty full. I would say that's a pretty hearty handful of these. For one packet, there's 100 calories, 12 grams of protein, and 2.5 grams of fat. It's a no for me, which is kind of a bummer because out of all the things that we've tried, I feel like this had the most potential to not be terrible, but it is. It's awful. It tastes like styrofoam. The only thing you're tasting is this like Italian seasoning flavor. They don't taste like cheddar at all. They are not cheesy. This is quite literally like if you sprinkled Italian herbs on styrofoam and tried to eat it. This is gross. I'm putting these into the disgusting category. Okay, that's all for the taste testing portion of this video. I need to go rinse my mouth out really quick. Those crunchers really did not do it for me. As a recap here, out of my 3 categories, not one of these made it into the I would willingly eat it category. Everything definitely tastes like it's supposed to be a diet food. Like it's supposed to be the healthy alternative to whatever you're really craving. I'm just looking around at everything right here and I'm like, I would never go back for another bite, you know? There were 3 things that made it into the absolutely disgusting category, and that is the chili, the crunchers, and the mocha shake. Those 3 were like the ones that I kind of struggle to even eat in the first place. Everything else, the mashed potatoes, the coffee soft serve, this cookie thing, and the tropical smoothie, all of those fall into the I don't hate it category. They're not good. Like I didn't enjoy any of them per se, but if I was given all of these options to choose from in my daily diet with Optavia, those would be the ones I would gravitate towards because they're like the lesser of 2 evils, right? The not as terrible ones. After trying all 8 of these Fuelings, I feel comfortable saying that none of them were enjoyable to eat. None of these are something that I would think ahead and be like, oh yes, I get to eat that later. And I love cooking and I love food and I do my best to plan my meals so that there's something I look forward to. Like last night, I made enchiladas and they're in the fridge and I'm gonna have them for lunch right after this. And I'm like, yes, I can't wait to eat those enchiladas. It's gonna be so good, so satisfying. To eat these would feel like a chore. It would feel like a task. And now that I'm saying that out loud, that's kind of interesting that Optavia calls them Fuelings because that's what it feels like. It's like, okay, I have to eat this. I have to get through this to fuel my body. I'm looking at food as fuel, not as something that I crave or enjoy or am satisfied by. So in saying all of that and knowing that none of these foods are really that great or enjoyable to eat, then why do people eat them? And to answer that question, the next part of this video is dedicated to explaining how the Optavia program is designed to work, as well as discussing some of the very problematic aspects of it. Put simply, Optavia is supposed to be a weight loss diet. The idea is that you follow the plan, you consume the Optavia Fuelings, and then you're going to see results in the form of weight loss. The program works by restricting your calories so severely that you're putting your body into what's called a caloric deficit. And this is defined as when you are burning more calories in a day than you are consuming. The simplified formula is that if you eat more than you burn in a day, then you're going to gain weight. But on the other hand, if you eat less than you burn in a day, you're going to lose weight. And I think when we say burning calories, you automatically think about exercise, but that's not the case. Calories are not just burned through exercise. Your body has what's called a basal metabolic rate, or BMR. This is defined as the number of calories you burn as your body performs basic basal, life-sustaining function, commonly also termed as resting metabolic rate, which is the calories burned if you stayed in bed all day. In other words, your basal metabolic rate is the calories that your body's going to burn naturally in a day just to keep your body alive. There's all kinds of BMR calculators online where you can put in your age, your sex, your height, your weight, and it's going to spit out a number that approximates the number of calories your body burns in a day at rest. Please use these calculators with caution. They're not an exact science, they are approximations. But for the purposes of this example, I did the calculations, and one of them told me that my BMR is going to be 1,400 calories a day. So theoretically, if I lay in bed all day long and I follow the Optavia plan perfectly, I should lose weight because my body is burning more calories performing the basic bodily functions to keep me alive than the Optavia fuelings are allowing me to consume. And if you're someone who has a desire for weight loss, this might sound really appealing to you. Like, sweet, I can pretty much be stagnant all day. I don't have to commit to this crazy workout routine. I just mix up these pre-portioned powders, I eat them, and I'm gonna magically lose weight. But the thing is that most of us are not staying stagnant all day, right? We're up, we're moving around, we're climbing stairs in our house, we're walking around our workplaces. Some of us like to exercise regularly. All of those things burn extra calories in addition to your basal metabolic rate. So my concern is that the Optavia plans are going to put you in too deep of a caloric deficit to be healthy, enjoyable, or sustainable. And this might be why in some cases Optavia advises against exercising when you do their plan, because you're not giving yourself enough calories to be able to make it through a workout. And if you're depriving your body of too many calories for too long, this can have negative consequences. It can lead to things like loss of muscle mass, it can alter your menstrual cycle, it can contribute to fatigue and lightheadedness, it can slow down your metabolism. So sure, you might be losing weight on the scale, but at what cost to your overall health? To me, Optavia strikes me as a starvation crash diet. It's not teaching you the tools for proper nutrition and for maintainable weight loss. It's teaching you if you eat our prepackaged foods, you're gonna lose weight. And this messaging has the potential for a few things. Number one, it has the potential to make people feel reliant on Optavia, as if that is the only way to achieve their desired results. Because no doubt, if you do Optavia, you're probably gonna lose weight. It's just not gonna be in a healthy or sustainable way. So if you are participating in the Optavia crash diet and you are losing weight, you might grow to believe that you cannot lose weight without Optavia, and that is not the case. Secondly, in my opinion, this program has the potential to contribute to a very unhealthy relationship with food. The nature of the Optavia diet is based in restriction and portion control. And if you're being told that you can only eat X number of fuelings per day, that can play into some serious mind games where you're now obsessing over your food and you're placing your self-worth on your ability to remain disciplined and to stick to these small portion sizes. And third and finally, another huge concern I have is that this program has the potential to contribute to full-blown eating disorders. Feeling restricted for extended periods of time can be a contributing factor to binge eating disorder. Or on the other hand, if you're being told that you can only eat this many servings if you want to lose weight, that may lead somebody down the path to obsessive restriction. Honestly, no matter what way you look at it, Optavia is extremely dangerous, and the consequences of participating in this program can be damaging to your overall health. Now, if we go back to the fuelings themselves, I did notice some recurring themes. First and foremost, the portion sizes for all of these things are tiny. We're talking 6 ounces of chili, 8-ounce protein shakes, 4 ounces of mashed potatoes. And I know that I only took small bites and sips of each of these things, but I know myself well enough to know that even if I did finish this bowl of chili, that would not be satisfying to me. And they definitely feel very small and very restrictive. Another thing that I noticed is that all of these are very low in calories but high in protein. So what this tells me is that the idea is to have you eating as little calories as possible, obviously to put you in a caloric deficit, but also to be consuming a lot of protein to give you that sensation of fullness. If I'm doing the 5-in-1 plan, that means that I'm eating 6 times per day, roughly 2 to 3 hours between each meal. And it feels very clear that the goal here is to get you eating as little calories as possible, but really up that protein so that you can make it from one fueling to the next without feeling like you're actually starving. And on that same note, a lot of these fuelings have whey protein or soy protein in them, and you can absolutely taste it, okay? Everything here tastes like a protein shake, it just has a different texture and flavoring to it. Personally, that's not a taste that I enjoy, and I don't like how it lingers for so long, so having to eat that that 5 times a day feels like it would get so old so fast. And finally, another commonality I'm seeing is that the pricing for all of these things is that it comes in at right over $3 per fueling. So if I'm doing the 5-in-1 plan, this means that I'm spending over $16 per day to eat this stuff, to eat prepackaged foods, plus the cost of my lean and green meal. I've seen some Optavia reps try and take the angle that this is cheaper than grocery shopping and that by doing this plan, you're actually going to be saving yourself some money. But personally, I just don't see how that's possible. Right now, I'm in the habit of cooking nearly all my meals from home, and I know what my grocery bill is, and I know that switching to Optavia would be a price increase for me. In other words, I would be paying more to eat less. In conclusion to this entire video is no. Just no. There is nothing about this company, this program, or these products that I would recommend to you. And I feel as if I've made my reasoning pretty clear throughout this video. I tried these Fuelings so that you don't have to, okay? They're not good. They're not enjoyable. And they're only gonna fulfill Optavia's promise of getting you to lose weight because they are so low in calories and the portion sizes are tiny. You might lose weight on the Optavia program, but that's because you're starving yourself and not because you're getting proper high quality nutrition. This is a crash diet. This is not something that's going to set you up for a lifetime of health or good eating habits. So on that note, that's all I have for you for this video. I would love to hear your thoughts on this because it is so different to what I typically do. I had a lot of fun making this video. I hope you had a good time watching it. I'm going to go now because I have a lot of dishes to go clean. Let me know your thoughts down below. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you, and I'll see you in my next one real soon.